It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from my local brewery based just a mile away from my house, and this is Vale of Glamorgan, the Milk Cup Milk Stout. 4.5% ABV. Does anybody remember, is anybody old enough to remember the Milk Cup? Now, I heard of the Milk Cup. It was before Coca-Cola. So for years and years and years in the UK, the League Cup football in the UK used to be kind of sponsored by Coca-Cola. So it was called the Coca-Cola Cup for many, many, many years. And even after years and years and years after the kind of the cup finished, or Coca-Cola stopped sponsoring the cup, should I say, everybody still called it the Coca-Cola Cup. I think, I'm not sure if Heineken have done it since. I think it's been the Carling Cup as well, maybe. I don't know what it is now. Is it the Valorama? Or is that the Vauxhall Conference? I don't know, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But yeah, this goes right back, the Milk Cup. I think they're looking for kind of, they've gone down that kind of nostalgia road, have Vale of Glamorgan with this beer. And I don't blame them really. They've got a Batman themed beer. They've got a Star Wars themed beer. All this kind of stuff. You're connecting with people in their 40s. So here we are then, using a Vale of Glamorgan glass. It's a jet black beer in the glass with a very, very small, the head's dissipated quite quickly actually. Good levels of carbonation rising up the side of the glass. It's dissipated a bit quickly for my liking, especially being a milk stout. Milk stout, I'm kind of expecting the head to stay around a little bit longer than it has, but hey ho, it might taste better than it looks. Let's get the aroma. Oh, fantastic. Roasty, toasty. So I spoke to the brewers last week and they explained to me that they've really worked on the beer. They've really worked on their recipes in terms of making great quality beer. It's been in the new owner's hands now for, I think, the best part of a year. And they've really kind of nailed the recipes. That was their first and major priority when they took over the brewery. And you just get a sense of that. You get a sense of that in the aroma of this beer. You can tell that it's a really well-made stout. It's hoppy. It's roasty, it's toasty. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. I'm going to go down the lines of, yes, it's creamy and rich. It's creamy and rich, lovely velvety mouthfeel. But I'm going to go down the road of saying this is a more kind of traditional style stout here. And I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that. I just reviewed a Christmas beer, Bobbin Robin or whatever it was called. It was really good. But I poured that out thinking it might have been a light ale. It turned out to be like a really strong, bitter, dark ale. And I knew I had this review to do next. And I was thinking, have I now got the beers the wrong way round? Have I reviewed this Bobbin Robin before? Should I have reviewed this milk stout before the Bobbin Robin? But it's fine. It's absolutely fine because this is holding its own. This has got as much kind of roasty, toasty, creamy, rich plum, fig, prune, raisin flavours that you're gonna get in a regular, I say regular stout, in a regular stout, if you like. So what would I be expecting from a milk stout? Well, the world of beer is changing. The world of beer is changing fast. It's always evolving. And when I see milk stouts now, I almost quiver in my boots a little bit, especially when you see them in the supermarket. And that's because generally they make them really, really sweet and cloyny, and they chuck a load of milk chocolate powder in there, and I find them undrinkable. I find them completely undrinkable. But this is a proper stout. This is a stout with lots of roasted malt bitterness. This is a stout with that same milk stout, creamy, rich, lovely flavour, mouthfeel, but with bitterness from the malt, bitterness from the hops, flavour from the hops. The hops are shining, the hops are kind of giving off dark berry fruit flavours. Maybe some plum, some fig, some prune. Really good, really good. Would I buy it again? Well, this is the thing. They've got a tap room now over at their brewery. And I can imagine drinking that on a lovely summer's evening on the weekend. Maybe if they get like a food truck over there selling pizza or whatnot. Yeah, that would be a marvellous thing, wouldn't it, to try that. Yeah, that would be really good. Pizza and stout, what's not to love? So the taste is lush milk stout, chocolate, subtle roasted coffee, and oozes of smooth, mellow creaminess. 4.5% black. The ingredients are water, barley, oats, yeast, hops, and of course yeast. VOG, Vale Glamorgan Brewery, Atlantic Business Park, Barry. Check them out. Check them out. And Google the milk cup. Google the old league cup, the milk cup. I'm ready to rate this. Initially, when I poured this beer, I was slightly disappointed. I was slightly disappointed by how the beer looks in the glass, but aroma, flavour, kind of makes up for all of those things. Rating for the beer then, yeah, I like that enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.